Bolshevist Bill Maher here, Derek Diablo, political satire, political comedy, in the lineage of Dr. Hunter Thompson, Andy Kaufman, and all the great political and comedic minds of all time. Just satire, just parody, no information here, no misinformation here, just entertainment. Now then, gender-affirming care. Gender-affirming care. You know, when I read that, and I first heard it, and forgive me for being a bit ignorant to what it was and what the common meaning attached to it is, when I heard that, I was like, well, gender-affirming care, like, there's boys that are effeminate. It has to do, there's low testosterone. Our food is poisoned, and our food causes weaker bones, and our food, all the stuff that they feed us, not me. I have other remedies to counteract it, you understand? And I grew up, I'm 50 years old. But the food they're giving people causes low testosterone. And a boy, as we see with the Olympics and all this kind of, this is, mind you, this is comedy, this is, this is satire, this is parody. You know, it's not hate speech. Just as a conversation that's out there. The trans in the Olympics, I'm not going to weigh in on that. But it's all the same conversation, which is to say that they say, oh, well, this person has the testosterone level of a woman. So they have to have their testosterone levels low. But you have a bunch of people who are talking about this stuff in the media who don't understand hormones, who aren't familiar with it. In other words, steroids and estrogen, testosterone and estrogen, testosterone and other compounds that are either mutated or naturally occurring, but they're testosterone based, and you have estrogen. If you have a boy who has a high estrogen and a low testosterone, they're going to appear effeminate. And maybe they'll think that they're a girl or something like that. They're entitled to. There's nothing wrong with it, in my view. So then, going back to our low testosterone male athletes, trans, you know how you get your testosterone level low? You don't have to up your estrogen and block it. Take a lot of steroids. If you take steroids for years as a man, and you're already big, and you build yourself up for years, like professional athletes and professional wrestlers, and then you come off suddenly, your testosterone will go to 0. And then you can go compete in the Olympics, I guess, as a woman, because you're going to have a lower testosterone than even a natural woman would have. But you've been taking steroids for 5 years, so you're still going to have the muscle mass and everything that you accrued. And then gender-affirming care. Well, I ain't the smartest man in the world, but if you got an effeminate boy and you give him tamoxifen, Novadex, it's a pill, it's cheap. Men use it to combat estrogenic effects from steroids. I think if you slipped it in a kid's food and blocked this estrogen, extra estrogen that they're producing, maybe they become more masculine. They would. Guaranteed. There's no science. And I'm not a scientist, it's not misinformation. It's just a theory. You could go out there and conduct your own research if you want. Or perhaps you start injecting them with testosterone a bit. Is that good to give young boys testosterone? Probably not. No, it's not. It's better than giving a young girl testosterone. That's what they're doing. Give a young girl steroids, the same steroids that all the great bodybuilders and pro wrestlers and athletes take to become stronger men? Gonna give that to a little girl? Why can't you give it to a little boy? I wanted to take steroids when I was a little kid. What's the difference? You see a lot of guys who are the best athletes in the world coming from these other countries where there's not regulated. Some of these famous UFC fighters and stuff have been taking steroids since they're 12 years old. Arnold Schwarzenegger said he's taking it since he's 15. Some people I know, they start taking it when they're 17. It's an individual, fingerprint medicine. But to me, if I saw a place that said gender-affirming care for boys, you're giving them Novadex, testosterone, weights, playing hardcore music, doing MMA. I wonder if we'll see the first gender-affirming clinic which affirms the male gender for boys.